Hello, ladies, Joseph Crickman here. Welcome back to my Undead Unluck reaction series, and this batch is going to be episodes 11 to 15. This will be the first one I've recorded since I've had a major overhaul on all my reactions, so let me explain. I've had a little issue with the last one, getting it up and doing my usual thing, and I had a lot of problems, and so I only just remembered a couple days ago that I had a Patreon sitting around not doing anything. So I took the initiative and moved all my reaction content to Patreon. I also have my first exclusive content poll over there for anybody who wants more content that I won't be putting up here on YouTube. So yeah, I have fixed a lot of my issues with recording stuff, so this should be a little better. It'll all go to my Patreon now, but the stuff that gets advertised here on this channel is free content, okay? This stuff behind a paywall will be extra content I make for anyone who wants it, meaning people have to pay for my tiers. I only have two, a $1 tier and a $5 tier. And my $5 patrons are the ones that will get exclusive content over there. And the first poll I have is the first show I'm going to react on Patreon coming up. It's either going to be Dino Trucks, Iron Man Armored Adventures, or Green Lantern the Animated Series. It's a poll between those three. It's going to be whichever one gets the most votes I do first. I will eventually get to all three of them, but first place will be the one I do first, and then second place I'll start doing once I'm well into the first one, okay? And then so on and so forth. I have to keep thinking of other polls and maybe other perks. I'm not going to go any higher than a $5 tier, because like I know how it is to be on the other side of Patreon for other people, so I don't want to turn into those other people, okay? With all that out of the way, it's time for us to get into this batch of episodes. 11 to 15 is roughly where this arc is. The arc doesn't necessarily start till the next episode, but it kind of gets set up in 11, so we're going to go from here. I finally got all my problems with recording and stuff sorted out, so this will finally be 11 to 15 in one video. I hope. If it's not, sorry, it's the way I'm recording these, and it's going to become, I hope, not a problem. So we'll see how this goes. Next time you see me, it'll be our post-batch discussion of this arc, and I will see you in said reaction. And cut. Okay, post-episode discussion time. Woo! We are into some of the great territory of the story, where we are now looking for another negator. We had the introduction of a completely separate negator organization who have a slightly different goal than our union. They are known as Under. We have Rip, Latla, Creed, and Fong. Rip was Unrepair, and remember all those conversations about remember when it was a quest that they would find Unrepair, and Fuko's thinking to herself, what if Unrepair is a totally reasonable person, or what if Unrepair is, you know, like her? And in the end, it turned out to be Rip. The blonde-haired guy is Unrepair. So, we are lucky there was another negator already there to then join the Union. That is CHIKARA, Unmove. Man, in this batch of episodes, I've had to relive 2 tragic backstories, and the series doesn't let up from here when it comes to tragic backstories. I think there's like one more in the anime that is probably just as tragic as all the others, and then the ones after the anime going into the next season, ooh, you're in for a surprise if you thought the ones this season were tragic. Whew. But nevertheless, I did 11 to 15 simply because I wanted to keep all of the arc in one video. Man, we had an entire Tatiana episode. That was nice. We got to see some development. I already griped about the whole Andy and Fuko thing about why was that scene in episode 11 when, like, it does nothing for their characters. It's like the last remnants of the early version of their characters, but it does nothing for the story. The literally next episode, Andy already shows more care for Fuko as a person than the previous episode about the whole I want to get hit with that Unluck. What? That was probably Tezuka's way at the time when he wrote it. It's like, this will probably be like the last time I write this scenario. So he wanted to make it a funny one. And then just immediately moved on from it. It's kind of like how gag scenes in other shows, you're not supposed to take them seriously. They're just there to be, oh, haha, funny. Even though half of those gags are now cliches that nobody likes. Regardless, I still think that that scene is absolutely pointless. It literally does nothing, but is like a funny moment for like a couple seconds. Ha ha. But don't worry, I think that's the last time that happens because, judging from what I remember about the rest of this season and everything that follows after it, there's no reason for a scene like that to happen again. And I don't think it does. Because we've developed as a couple with Andy and Fuko so much that that scene is like the last time it's like that. And I really don't like that scene. Glad to be past it. Yay. Other things to mention. If you're wondering about the members of Under and their negator abilities, because the only one we know for sure is Rip's Unrepair, I'll say this. Most of them didn't get revealed officially until like way later. In fact, around the time of the anime first airing with Rip and Latla was around the time I think the manga finally gave us her ability in the current chapters at the time. I could be wrong about that, but that's how long you would have to wait. You'd have to wait, if you wanted to be an anime only, you'd have to wait through 2 more seasons at the very least before Latla's ability gets revealed. Creed's is a little less time, Fong's is less time, but most of them are going to take a while because we were waiting for them. Nevertheless, an amazing batch of episodes. We finally have other things going for the plot and some developments towards the end that we'll get into next time. So the next time you see this, we will be on episodes 16 through 18 because that's the next tiny little chunk that I'm going to do in one chunk. So thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe, share the video with a friend, and I will see you all in the next video.